Hey guys, so this is the last video for 2020, and after the complicated Stargate build I thought I would do something a little more straightforward, a little simpler. These are were originally going to be some kind of magical censor for my D&D game. I guess they still could be, but they took on a bit of a sci-fi bent for maybe Star Wars Legion or Core Space or Necromunda, any of those, all games I plan to get next year. So here we go. This is how it's done. Let's build these. This build was actually inspired by a spillage from my bits box. Just a few things tumbled out and they rolled around on my desk there, and I thought, actually, you know what, I could probably build something from a couple of these in just a very short amount of time, a few minutes. So there was a grommet that you hang sort of big canvases from, easily attainable. A roll plug, very easily attainable. I had got a couple of LEDs knocking around, so you may need to secure those, and the rest of it is standard fare miniatures base as we've got here. I'm poking the holes through just to feed the LED into. The majority of the complexity of this build happens right now, which is as simple as using hot melt glue to attach the grommet to the miniatures base, and then I push the wall plug into that as a shroud over the LED, and that's practically it for this part of the build. Bending the wires on the inside of the miniature base there will give you enough to grip the battery that you slide in. I will say I did add a small magnet to this towards the end to better help the grip there and hold the battery in place. Just make sure that the magnet is touching one of the contacts. It was my intention from the beginning to make this a very simple paint job. So literally I just painted a black base, which I then followed up with a dry brushing of metallic brass, which I later go on to dry brush again with Vallejo polished gold. So 2020 has been, let's say, a strange year. However, it's given me the time and the opportunity to build this channel, and I want to say thank you to everybody who has subscribed, everybody who has commented. It really has motivated me a great deal to want to bring more and more of this content to YouTube. I have Frostgrave just recently bought, as well as Gaslands, so you'll be seeing me doing some table builds for that. I have a really big table build which I've been working on the last couple of months, which will be one of the first videos out. So yeah, the trick to making this YouTube channel work is you guys just hitting that like button, hitting the subscribe, and apparently hitting the bell for notifications. YouTube apparently really likes that as well. If you really want to support the channel, of course, there is my Patreon. All these links for everything I do online, websites and whatever, they're all down there in the notes. So please go and check those out. So I have to admit that that was originally going to be the end of the build. That was my plan, but I just felt it was missing something. So I have lots of these slivers of wood around. They're actually the stretcher tabs at the back of artists' canvases, but you could use chipboard or any card stock for this really. And I drew out some sigils, magical, alien, whatever they needed to be, and in this instance, because I was dealing with wood, I actually used my pyrography machine to just burn into the surface to give that engraved kind of look. But you could readily do this with small cut out pieces of card, kind of like I did in my Stargate build.
And then I finished this literally with just a simple dry brushing over a black base of polished gold. It tied in enough with the build as was, and I just simply attached those using super glue, and there you have it. That's the build. I hope you've enjoyed this one, and I will see you soon.
And I want to finish by saying let's see 2020 out the door and let's invite 2021 in. I want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a very happy New Year for 2021. And let's see where I can take this channel in 2021 with your support. So I will sign off for now and see you in 2021. Take care.